I ask for more life.
Alright, welcome back. Back to season 2. It's been a minute. Of course, we said the first season gonna be 8 episodes, 7 to 8 episodes. We completed that just to, see if we can do it for real. So now that we know we can do it, we're back. Alright, so bet. Beyond the flesh, basically getting in tune with who we are and just getting to know, just talking about who we are and going over a few things we into or just what our minds be on for real. So with that being said, we got CT, we got Matt, we got Fabo, Fab. Either. First question, and I actually seen it on another podcast, and it's just to break the ice. He said if somebody had you and your wife gunpoint, you know what I'm talking about? and so if he had you and your wife gunpoint, and he started raping your wife, and in the middle of that, it slipped out, and she put it back in herself. It's like, where do you go after that?
Ain't nowhere to go. We let them finish what they do. As long as he can do with me, I'm out. They can enjoy it.
What's your thought?
What?
Like, where you
what you just said?
Yeah, where you go from there?
My wife not finna get raped. I don't know. I really can't even explain it, but my wife not finna get raped.
It's just a scenario. What about you?
Yeah, man, that's tough. I don't even know if I would sit back and let it get that far.
Yeah. For real. I would have been mad.
Right.
Yeah, everybody got to go. Just at that point, everybody got to go.
Yeah.
But
what about you?
Everybody got to go. Because, like, first of all, I'm charging. First of all, I wouldn't let it get that far either.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah.
But it's like, if I'm tied up or something, and I see that, and it's like that moment I can't do nothing about it.
Have you seen The Good Citizen or something like that? American Citizen? But you know what I'm talking about? Jamie Foxx was
Batista playing it.
I think so.
It was it's that one guy who plays in a lot of military movies, but Jamie Foxx was a detective, and he Buddy was in the military.
That's abide by the city.
Yeah, abide
by the city.
Yeah.
Man, you gotta
the crazy though.
That's
Yeah.
But that's what I would do. You talking about that?
I ain't that smart.
I mean, I don't think anyone could probably do that. Really sorry, yeah, I could do that. But that's what my mind was.
Yeah, for sure. Like, again, everybody got to go.
Yeah. Government, everybody.
But so lately, like, what everybody been on, just like the clear their mind when things like be a little rocky. Like, what everybody be on? Like, what's your little go-to?
For me, it's been cool actually. Recently, I've been going down this philosophy, like Hinduism, meditating route.
Yeah.
So even like this, because you day to day you get all busy, you get all like, I wouldn't call it anxious, but yeah, you get like revved up. You're doing a bunch all day and shit like that. So it's like to just be able to sit down, meditate, clear your mind, clear your thoughts. It definitely helps out. It cleans the mind a little bit too. Cause I think so much it's kind of like cleaning your house, right? Once you clean your house, you clean your mind.
Yeah, you feel a little better.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just meditating, getting all those thoughts out, really touching into the spiritual.
Yeah, also, man, out there, keep your room clean, for sure. For sure.
House clean, keep your car clean, everything,
Because when you keep it clean, you feel better.
Yeah.
And, like, you just got a better attitude, and you can get the things. You can, if you got to go out just in the middle of the day, like, you just got that car, you need to go out. Like, you can just grab something and go instead of, man, I got to wash some clothes.
Yeah.
For sure. Or just don't wear, like, why would you wear the dirty clothes? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, some folks don't care. But,
I get that.
But
yeah, it's just being in tune with yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, keeping everything rolling.
Right.
What about you?
Trying to put myself in a position recently where like things are static, right? Not to say like life is perfect, but I don't know. Those moments are very temporary, so I don't really find myself in a state to where I need to like just freeze everything and examine. Okay, maybe I need prayer, or maybe I need to, like, say, meditate. Like I do those things, but not really just for the sake of like clearing static.
I get that.
Yeah. So a lot of times when I do face those things, it's again just temporary, and I just let it breeze through. Like I kind of identify like what's causing that, and just either get through it or get over it. Like exactly. That's kind of how I am.
There's a story about I don't know if it's true or not. I heard it online, so it must be, right? So it's like the bulls versus the cows. So a cow, if they hear a storm coming, they'll try to run away from it. But what happens is they'll catch up to them, and then they'll just run in it.
Yeah.
Whereas a bull,
and then it probably stay with them for a minute too.
Correct. Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas a bull, I don't know if it's true or not, but bulls apparently, buffalo, I think it is, they'll run through the storm to get past it. So they're in it quicker, but they go towards it.
And then that's how I'd rather things be like right now. Like I had that feeling of like you on top and things are easy, and it kind of was making me depressed. But like when things got a little rocky, it made me even more depressed. But however, like once it got rocky, where it's just like, okay, now it's time to get up. Like once you got that and it's like now I love this feeling. So it's just like I kind of like running through the storm versus running away. Like it's so easy to run away, and then it's gonna catch you anyway. Just like the whole metaphor.
True. There's one thing to that I've been recently thinking, and it's like, do you want a rowboat or do you want a sailboat? You know what I mean? So like in life,
what is a rowboat?
So in life, I think what happens with Black community too, and anyone like kind of like grinding through is like you so focus on you doing it yourself, like maneuvering, grinding, going on, knocking out. You got 2-3 jobs, you're doing all these different things, you jump around. Whereas there's moments where let's say when you have passive income, you're using like a sailboat. So you're using the wind to move. You ain't doing nothing manual. You just got in the boat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas you out there freaking moving it yourself, right? So and being able to use the tides, being able to use the wind, it's kind of like universe, blah blah blah. You know,
right.
But something like that too. Where I also think it's like I think we get trapped at times, and that's where then you take that second. We're like, wait, hold on. I don't even want to be doing like rowboating, right? So what can I do to build a sail, right?
Exactly.
While I'm still moving, right, or something. Right. So Now that's something I recently thought of in that regards. Yeah.
What you do to clear your mind sometimes when things get, just a little chaotic?
I'm simple. I don't really do too much for real. I go on a nature walk.
Yeah.
I'm on that tight time. I don't really need too much.
Yeah.
For real.
I go camping.
I ain't doing all that.
I want to nature walk.
See, like I like to work, and because like it's like right now I'm learning everything, so I like to work, and then like now I'm in the opportunity to where I can try to get into something else and learn it, but it's like starting from that ground up feeling, I don't like it. But
you don't like the ground up feeling?
Nah, I don't. Because it's like once you done experienced that, like the bottom of a whole industry, and you made it up to where you kind of got a name, you got a whole, it's a whole idea for your name, for you.
Right.
And it's like, now you come over here and it's like, they treat you like you at the ground. It's like, man, like it's so bigger than this, but they only care about this.
Right.
So it's just like, gotta go
I
through
definitely
that.
relate to that because that's like for my job or whatever case I do, right? My 9 to 5 in corporate America, and I work for a Fortune 500 company, and within that company there's many departments, many divisions, many roles, right? So typically when a person moves from one role to another role, as long as it's not in the same department, it's like starting over from the bottom, right? So I've experienced that. I've been with the company 6 years, and I've been top of the top, right? And where I was grinding from the first 2-3 years, moved to a new role, and I was like, okay, who are you? No one knows you, right? I build back up, and I get it, but I think like maybe get in the mindset of feeling like maybe defeat or like you don't like it or want to do it. You kind of like look at the bigger picture, like, okay, why did I even transition? Why did I move? What am I here for? Is this a long time, right? If I know I'm only here temporary, if I'm only want to do 2 years here because it's a stepping stone to get to the next point, then it's okay. Like I can grind. I don't need to be number one in this role because I'm not trying to accomplish like everything here. Correct. This is not my main goal.
No, I get that.
All right.
Yeah. No, that's really good, man.
And this is what I was just thinking, like back on the whole peace thing, because I was about to say, I know you just said nature walk, and like I was about to say, like sometimes I sit in silence. However, I sit in silence for a minute, then I go ahead and crash out, and then go ahead and once I'm done with my whole episode, I get back into it. So like, I just had to have a whole little epiphany with myself just now, cause just like I do crash out sometimes.
Yeah.
Like even with emotions, everything, but like I ain't finna show it. But it's like you do have your little sit in silent moments, and you may gotta crash out in your head so you don't crash out loud.
Okay.
And then just go ahead and start over in your head.
Yeah, I do that too.
And go, yeah,
Had
for
one
sure.
this morning. My old lady, yeah, so yeah, I get it, yeah.
Cause like,
Cussing out in the car. She can't hear
Yeah.
me with it. Get it out loud. So yeah, I get it.
cause lately I just been vibing for real. Like everything I just create a vibe. Cause I'm learning that like you can make your day feel however you want it to feel.
Yep.
You just gotta be happy in your head for real.
That is true.
And then you learn that a lot of people ain't happy. Then you learn a lot of people like just you seeing what they doing wrong, like how they channel their anger or just how they just maybe be too loud of a character. And then you may try to tell them like some advice, but they don't accept it because they gotta learn for themselves, which is true.
Yeah.
But it's like it's also smart to like sit and think and just be like, what did he just tell me? Let me analyze
Different
myself.
people, right?
And yeah, because it still take a village no matter how old you get.
100%.
Yeah.
Cause I still get told, look, I still get critiqued by him today. And then we critique each other for sure. So it's just like sometimes you do gotta listen, cause like I say on any part I probably done did thus far, like I give credit to my homies and my parents as well, but just the friends I had, like we all stayed on each other. And then like it was time like not here, but it was time like I done share clothes. Like, I done share clothes with friends. Like, I didn't want to,
Yeah.
but it was just like the community I grew up in. They're just like my brother need a shirt. You see what I'm saying? Or I wasn't right one time, which had done happened a couple times. He done gave me a shirt, and I ain't asked for it. He just, well, put this on, or put these shoes on. Like I gave him back, but it's just like still, you know, like me understanding that and coming from that when it turns around and somebody asked me, boy, let me use it for a video, like a jacket or something.
Nothing.
Like it's nothing. But now we older. I need mine because it's too much internet. We taking too many pictures. Like, I ain't gonna be able to wear my stuff no more. Like I can't do that now. But at that time, that's what it was. For real.
Yeah, being one of 8, number 6, I got everything. Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, so I got everything passed down to me. I was one of the last ones to use it. So we cool with it. We cool with it. Like whatever.
No cap. Mine started with my dad. And my daddy, when I was young, my daddy used to give me his shorts and stuff like that. I ain't like it. Man, buy me some, man. Like he'll buy me like a certain amount of outfits, and then that'll be it. Then I just shorts and t-shirts. Yeah.
That's crazy. It was the opposite for me. Like I used to steal my daddy clothes to church. Like school and whatnot. Like he used to take his stuff. He'd be at work already. He'd get home and be like, man, why you want my stuff?
Oh yeah.
So.
Man, I remember, man. I'm glad I got the little whoopings I did. Cause I used to steal my daddy change.
Oh, I need it.
I used to steal his change, man. He started catching on, and he gave me a whooping so bad, man. I took it probably like 2 more times, and I stopped. I needed them $2 in quarters, like for real. I needed that.
Whooped all the time, boy. We had a line up outside. So me and my sister, like, we all did something together. We broke a ball.
Yeah, so
Have you ever got whooped for laughing?
Oh, bro, one time my parents were trying to talk back. What did you do that for? You trying to explain yourself. Like, why you talking back? Like, what you did that for? Then you talking back.
I done been at some homies' houses like when we was young, and they done got to find with their parents. Like, they done got to sit find with their parents. What?
You know what?
And then, cause like they ball up at the end, so it's like once they ball up, in this particular case, the stepfather then get to talking shit to me. I did my goddamn house. So when he get on that type of time, just talking, then you know it's forever funny.
Yeah.
So like, but I done seen it. I done actually one time I was acting out so bad, and I didn't even feel like I was acting out.
Yeah.
I done went into the shower, man. My best friend mama come into the room. Where would that? She talking about me. She like, where would that? Oh, he in the shower. oh, he can't come back over here. He mad here. He just, I'm tired of him. But I hear that shit in the shower. That shit hurt my feelings, boy. And this thing, you know, somebody had threw the whole mood off and put the attention on them.
Yeah.
Cause like they were downstairs too long when we supposed to be asleep. So, and then I was being good after that point, so I stayed upstairs. I'm asleep. I ain't even sleep. I'm just laying down. Cause I know we ain't supposed to be down there. It's like, hey, you wanna go play pool downstairs? Well, I just got in trouble. Yeah. I'm trying to come back. This the fun house. You tripping?
Nah, I remember that. We see the perks. Another perk having like hella siblings. You ain't even gotta have to go out. Granted, my parents wouldn't let us go out.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
Yeah.
And so many, you know, you come over, we can hoop it in the backyard. It ended up being really cool though. We ended up like we played outside all day, everything. Now, the older siblings would pick on us. Like one thing we would do is kind of fun. Is like when all the leaves fall.
Yeah.
At our old house, we would have these little spike cones, and we would collect them. And they put David and I, you know, we're the small one, my younger brother, and they put us in a circle of leaves, and so they just stack it around like a fort, and then they'd be on the opposite sides, and it would be like two of my brothers versus my oldest brother versus us two, we in the middle. So they would just peg us, and then we had soccer balls, and they were like the missiles. You basically throw it, you like blow up all the leaves out the way.
No.
So they hit y'all in the head.
Yeah, they were taking us out.
Yeah, that's fun.
But and then speaking of that, like I think that's what kids missing, like to probably go outside.
Touching grass.
Because not even that, it's like I used to go outside, and then those friends that I would meet outside, I would sometimes like be invited into their house.
Yeah.
And so like you get to see how they live or how it is. If you don't have siblings, you get to see how it is that for folks that have siblings. Also, you probably get that home. You get to sit at a table and eat a dinner if you didn't experience that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, or just saying a prayer over the dinner before you eat it, like with the family that stick together for real. Like they live together or whatnot. Like because I grew up kind of like an only child, but I got a lot of brothers and sisters. Yeah. So it's like
you come around our family thing.
Yeah, I was around, man, bro. I was around everybody's family, and like, bro, everybody, mama, everybody, family, like any friend. Then I know his daddy.
Yeah.
Like real cool with his daddy.
That was crazy.
Like end up working with his daddy.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Man, what?
Yeah, I grew up the same way. So I grew up like the only child. So I have an older sister. We got the same dad. I got two younger brothers with the same mom, but they 15. The one next to me is 15 years younger than me, and the other 16 years younger than me. So I grew up the only child. So I grew up in the hood, right? So I knew everybody. I always had an extra family. Like I lived with people. My mom ended up moving out of state. I didn't want to go, so I was jumping house to house. Like so I always
That's
around,
crazy.
man.
Like that.
Like I
What
grew
was
up
that
around.
experience like?
Living with people.
No, just like your mama go out of town, you don't want to go, you bouncing around, like that's a whole.
Yeah, so I would say that prepared me to be like, so if you know me now, what you do and stuff, like anybody knows me, like I'm very like such an individual, like I'm self-reliant, like to a fault, like I feel like I can do everything, I don't really need nobody, right? Like if I do allow somebody in, it's because I want them to. But I think that prepared me or kind of put me in that mind state because growing up, again, the only child, right? It was me and my mom for the longest until she met her husband, which was my stepdad at the time, and way before they had my brothers. But just not like really relying on nobody, like right, not having to need anybody, waking up, going to school on my own, not going to school if I don't want to, right? That's what
crazy.
I'm to, like want to work to buy stuff if I need to, like trying to figure out how to hustle, like right, but. And also, like again, I'm in the hood, so but I'm smart at the same time. So like in middle school, Poly West, or whatever the case was, I was Poly West. Yeah, so I was on the MAC team, right? And so if anybody with Poly West, they know the MAC team is the smart team, right? It's a group of like 10 people.
I think when I got that,
the same 10 people that stay in the same group for the 6th, 7th, 8th grade, right? We went from the A team or the B team or the C team. Yeah, it's the same group, right? And so we were the smart folks. A lot of the folks would ever consider nerds and all that, but me being in front of the hood and being cool, whatever the case is, like I was the one-off. So I was good with folks in the hood, you know what I'm saying, who everybody's considered cool or the bad kids, or the case is, but I'm also smart. So outside of school, I'm hanging with the hood folks, but inside school, I'm hanging with the nerds, right?
I seen some cool folks, especially. But go ahead.
Yeah, facts. So it's the best of both worlds. So I'm struggling the whole time, like okay, which path do I want to go through, right? So when I'm hanging with my folks from school and going over their house, like you say, I'm seeing a different dynamic than I'm seeing in the hood. I'm seeing a whole family. I'm seeing 2-parent households. I'm seeing them having cars. I'm seeing them having businesses. I'm seeing them having money, nice homes, like crazy things. Like I love it over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no bugs. Ain't no like air conditioning. It's like it's carpet. Like it's lovely. But then they got to drop me off in here. So then now I'm back to square one. So like I was just always struggling. Okay, like I want this, but at the same time, like these my people. This what I love being around. This what I love hanging around. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then it's like when you go back to it, you do not be like the dirt, you don't want to adjust back to that.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so
That's the thing that got me sometimes, because you know my story. I went to a Christian private school, and it wasn't like, I think originally when I was trying to see, they thought it was like a bougie private school, and you go to like, they were solely Christian first, so it was anyway, so it was like super strict, all that, and I went there from like kindergarten all the way up until 9th grade. Then I went to Tri-City.
I want to learn how to cook though. I want to learn.
What can you cook though? Like pancakes?
Yeah, I can make pancakes, eggs, cereal, oatmeal. Yeah.
Nah, man, I used to cook, but like it was taking up too much time. But like I was just getting into it though. Like I was pretty good, but I was just getting together like my seasoning, my little combination.
Yeah.
But it just like it was taking up too much time. Like when I would try to cook, like I probably just got off work, and usually I had like 2 to 3, 4 different hustles. So like I probably just get off work, don't got that much time, be trying to cook. I may invite somebody over, and then cooking and just to serve it, you ain't really got that much time to eat it.
Yeah.
Then you probably done picked at it a few times, you really ain't even all that hungry.
Not anymore.
And so like and then I look up, I gotta go to work.
Yeah.
So it's like I ain't get a chance to enjoy my time to sit down, and then so now I just buy food every day for real.
Convenience. I'm not mad at it.
It is something though, sitting down, being in a calm. I will, like recently I've been going through that, because I do a lot on the day-to-day. From like dealing with my company, not doing marketing, not doing all this other stuff. So it's like, I kind of do see, like I talked to one of my mentors, actually, that guy I mentioned earlier, and he was kind of like, yo, slow down, just, chill out. You ain't got to do everything.
Yeah.
Rome wasn't conquered in a day, right? So like,
spread yourself too thin.
Exactly. My brother always talks about that. Energy versus responsibility, right? So, I know, I've been trying to learn. But yeah, so recently I'm taking that time, but it is kind of cool to be able to sit down, like, you don't have anything to do. And so then you go, oh, this is what I kind of
you got something to do in a minute. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just sitting down enjoying your time. Like that, sit in silence. Or sometimes folks just watch TV, just decompress.
Yeah.
Like it been times I done had to eat ice cream during that time. Like not just had to, but I just chose to just sit down and do whatever I want to for a second.
That's true.
Yeah, those moments are necessary, like for balance. Like because like you say, we grind hard, like we work hard. So sometimes we just gotta like enjoy.
Yeah.
So, question. When do you think, like, when you was a kid, you used to color within they used to tell you to color within the lines and stuff like that. And sometimes you may draw like a little star on the outside or get scribbling on the outside.
Yeah.
So, like, and then, people used to tell you, like, stay within the lines. And then it became a point where you only stay within the lines. You just color what needed to be colored. When do you all think that your mind was kind of swayed away because of people just putting conditions on you, or just telling you this goes this way, or just structuring a whole way of life for you, when eventually you'll catch on to your own ways? But when do you think it was?
So I don't think it stops. I think it's continuous. I think it's everlasting. I think no matter where we are in life, there are going to be people that say, okay, this is how I go, this is how you should do it, right? These are the traditions, or these are the rules. So I think it always happens. I think depending on the person and things you face and just what your DNA makeup is when you learn to like challenge those thoughts, all right?
Yeah.
Hey, that's just to pat myself on the back. I'm a person of challenge thoughts. Maybe too much, like all the time. You can't tell me anything honestly without me like thinking twice about it. Like nothing.
Yeah.
Like so, I always challenge thought, and I think it's fun. Like it's interesting. Like I love a person that challenge thought. Right? I love a person that can articulate themselves to either debate or to speak across their point. But I just think throughout life, like depending on what it is, you just have to sit there and think about, okay, is this the right way? Should I do it this way or should I not? Like, what's the benefit in doing it this way? What happens if I want to do it this way, right? Because naturally, if like you have any creative bone in your body or you have any like type of leadership qualities, you want to try to think of a better way to do certain things, right? And so when that comes, when you have a conflict of, okay, you're giving me a choice of, let's say, doing the dishes, right? So you've been trained, okay, wash the dishes, put them in the dishwasher. That can be time consuming, right? But I have other things to do. So now I'm faced with, okay, do I just put them in because I know that it's supposed to wash, or do I do it the way I'm taught? And so at that point, that's when you make a decision. And so in each instance, that's when you're challenged and you choose either to stay in the lines or draw outside of it.
That's true.
And where I'm getting at is imagination. So like, as in,
Creativity.
when did people start kind of filtering your imagination, like growing up? Like, what was it, like, when, what was the time, or just
I used to lucid dream.
used to what?
I used to lucid dream as a kid.
What is that?
It's basically when you go to sleep.
Come out your body.
Yeah, you can still be awake. You can still be awake and you can control your dreams.
Yeah, you conscious enough to know what
So
about
when
you.
I can control it. Yeah.
Perfect. When did that start?
I don't
Probably
like
in college.
What?
Probably in college.
You didn't tell nobody?
Oh yeah, I used to do it. I used to do it in the middle. Oh, I used to do it all the time. It was actually I used it originally for basketball. So when I would fall asleep, I would think of like plays, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do this cross, and be between the legs, cross over behind the back, and I would just play that in my head like a scenario, like the next day of a game, and then I would do that right to the point where when I fall asleep, I'd actually try and make myself do the movement. And there'd be times where you have to practice because you'll wake yourself up. You know, you twitch and you wake up. You're like, oh dang, go back to sleep. Keep the dream going, right? Yeah. And then and then eventually you get good at it. And you can do it. Yeah.
I think that probably happened, but I think I wasn't conscious of. Well, of course I wasn't conscious enough, but I wasn't aware enough to know what was going on.
Yeah. I think it's extremely difficult. I think there is, and that's going to be a whole nother topic, but I think there is something about children that have a certain, if you want to talk spiritual connection, some type of energy of things to be able to do that. Because like a lot of my siblings lucid dream too when they were kids, and so we all talk about it a little bit. But I just think when you get older too, you're stressed, you got all these things to do. You ain't trying, you going to sleep because you're tired. You ain't trying to dream. Yeah, exactly. No, but I have some trippy dreams even there. Depends on like the night. Depends on if where I'm sleeping at, things like that.
Because I know you was very, very, very smart in school. Did you used to do that with your schoolwork?
Yeah, actually. So what I would do is, and it kind of messed me up now. I think I'm a little sped up. So I listen to everything on like 1.5. Because it's just like sitting there like, man.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, so when I was in school, I would just sit down. I had a projector. And so I put it up in my room. I put the projector on. I go through like, I had biochem I did. So I just go through like a lecture talking about different pathways. And I just put it on 2x speed and I would just sit there. And like my students could tell you, they walk by my room, just hear like someone like saying something.
Get to the point, yeah. You just yeah.
But isn't there scribbling, but I could hear it all, and it's like 2x speed, and so essentially, I would that's how I would technically learn and just get it that way. And then I would play it while I'm asleep, like right before I go to sleep. So apparently, if I'm not mistaken, when you first wake up and right before you go to sleep, you go into like a theta wave, which helps you learn better. So if you actually, that's why it's. To me, I mean, it's some spiritual that comes to it, but I don't go to sleep with certain people I don't trust in my brain, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like, if someone I'm not going to listen to a random, like, people talking or, giving the shit and talking random stuff if I'm sleeping, because then I'm playing that while I'm sleeping. And there is a way where research has shown that technically when you go to sleep and before you wake up, if you can play something, you'll learn it better. And so what I do, I'll play those stuff on repeat overnight, so while I'm sleeping it's playing.
All right.
Essentially you can pick it up.
Yeah, that's true. I heard that too.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is like, let's say with music, like I get to a certain, I got to turn the beat up very, very loud, and I got to kind of like melt in it and sit in it. And like marinate in it, pause, if that's any type of pause, I don't know. But it's like, you just gotta get lost, and then when you get lost, you just start picturing stuff, and then you kind of form it. And then like, if you just want to say anything, you just metaphors, punchline, or you can develop a whole story out of nothing.
Bro.
And then all it is, you trying to, of course you writing it for yourself. They say make sure you like it, but at the same time, you making it to where you can relate to it, or you'll feel it, or just somebody will just gravitate to it. You ain't just only doing it for yourself. So you telling the story, you may incorporate something that happened that only we know about, or everybody that we know about, and nobody else know about, but it sound hard to them.
Yeah.
Like it just putting the whole picture together and making it a motion picture for it.
Hey, one thing, my brother, he's like, you'll probably hear him later on, but David, he's hella artistic, and he's doing like, recordings and stuff like that. And recently he's talking about like, now that you have AI that can build stuff, and then eventually you can start making movies for you and videos for you. And you
That's
start,
crazy.
Yeah, just imagine if you can essentially take that thought, take all those feelings, how you feel, and then be able to put it into an algorithm that thing spit out a video for you that basically directly tells you.
All that time we got in trouble for like plagiarism. Not we got in trouble, but it's just like copying somebody's work or just having somebody do the work for you.
100%.
Like, what was the whole point of college then?
Well, that's what they say, like school ain't good. School's not good always, because they say like, when is there a point that a kid will only hang out with kids his age? Right, so in 5th grade, you only hang out with 5th grade class. You don't go anywhere else. You can't work with anybody. When do you ever not work with anybody? You're on business partners and stuff like that. Like, you should be able to partner with somebody. If they're better at math and you're better at science, y'all should work together. Like, I'm not gonna, if I can't, even though I do it to myself sometimes, but if I'm not good at marketing, why would I go out and try and market my company when I'm better at like training or something, right? So sometimes you have to do things, right? You have to do things, but it's like, why not get the specialist at it, or someone who actually enjoys it and they'll do much better. So that's why they say school ain't always good.
And back on imagination, like coming up, did y'all like, cause I wasn't aware of many options, like of what you could do in life. So like, were you guys aware of different opportunities out there? Because all I knew was rap. No, not rap, but just music, sports, or that's all I really. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, or the street.
Yeah.
So,
for me, I knew about like a lot of options. Like I knew a lot of options. However, my biggest struggle was, how do I get to those options? I never knew. Like I see athletes, I see actors, I see businessmen. Like I see that, I recognize that. I know people got money. I know people got this or whatever the case is. Like they got this success, this level of acumen. But how do I get it? And even to this day, I'm like learning the processes, right? Like I'm trying to build business, trying to like, it's how do I like get there? Those are more so my challenges, more so than just like, okay, what are my options? Like, I know the options are plentiful. You can literally, when they tell kids you can be anything you want to be, that's almost true. Like you can pretty much be anything you want to be, as long as you work to it and strive, you can get to it. But it's like some of the stuff, like how do you?
And sometimes you gotta outthink the next person and have a better resume than the next person. Like you really gotta put in work before you gotta put in work before you even know it's time to put in work. Like you gotta start off putting in work just to be the top of the top. For real.
You see it like like with some of the kids we train and different things. So I train different kids in environments, and like you see that like. If you grow up in that environment like we talked about earlier, your parents supporting, your parents giving you tutors, your parents putting you in like basketball, football courses, training courses, getting you trainers, getting you different things like that.
They're way more advanced
way more advanced.
Exactly.
They might even be smarter.
And then even young, they didn't even have, you came across some that kind of was in different things, but they wasn't in different things how these kids in different things.